Mayor, Barangay, Ginebra, Miguel.
Good job, JB.
Well, at least we survived a scary moment for Greg. Worried about that, the way he fell. 7 feet tall guys fall like that, the first thing you think are injuries. But as for the game, we're just kind of in survivor mode, and just seeing if we can survive games at this point. And we need to get to be a lot better than the way we're playing. You know, we had a couple of early leads and came out third quarter, gave up 32 points in that third quarter after giving up 41 in the first half. And so we're not staying to our character at this point. It just feels like, again, we're just doing whatever we can to survive and win games, but we need to find our discipline a little bit more. We need to find a better flow, a better focus on defense, you know, hopefully that stuff starts to come around as we go forward. But at least we came into these 3 games before the window thinking we wanted to be 2-1. So we were hoping to be 2-1. That was our goal, and so we surpassed our goal. Got to 3-0. So in that respect, it's real good for us. We'll have 3 guys on the Gilas team, so that's going to disrupt our practices a little bit through the break, but I don't think we're not going to do anything new at this point. So you know, we'll just, you know, they'll stay in shape with the Gilas team, and we'll keep them in shape here, and hopefully when we all get back together, we'll be able to make a better run here in I'm kind of calling it the second half. This is like the first half, that's the second half because of the long break. But again, it just seems like we're in survivor mode, and if we can just survive wins, then that's okay. And we need to be better than that. We just can't be like that at this point. We're hoping Joe comes back this week, so he'll start practicing with us. That should change a little bit the way our rotations are and give us an extra big out there and ball handler. And we all know how valuable Joe is to us. And actually gives relievers for Chapek and Greg. So that'll be one key return, we hope, if everything goes well. Boy, that Pringle is something else, man. We came in trying to scheme him, and we couldn't get to any of our schemes. He was just too quick. And when we tried to contain, he hit 3s, and when we tried to get up on a shot, he blew by us and got layups against our bigs, and even got our bigs in foul trouble. So, man, he was incredible. When there's an import out there along with him, it's hard to put your total focus on him because you have to worry about the import. But man, he was special tonight. Anybody know, how many points did he end up having? Anybody know? Anybody know how many points Pringle had? I'm sorry?
34.
34. Huh. He didn't miss shots. Who wouldn't? You know, but I'm not going to comment on that. That's tampering. But he's an awesome player. I mean, obviously he's going to play as an import with the national team. That goes to show how good he is. He was an import in Europe, and so I mean, it was like we were playing. I told the team we're going to be playing against 2 imports today when we went up against NorthPort. We talked about playing 2 imports. That was our game. That was our pregame talk. And he certainly played like one tonight. You know, Japhet hit some key shots down the stretch, and that kind of got us over the hump. But you know, that game could have gone either way. I thought, really, truly, I thought Coach Pito coached a brilliant game. They never fell out of favor. He kept changing defenses on us. Kept our offense confused, and he changed the way they've used Pringle from the last time conference we played him. We came in with kind of the same game plan, and he blew it up. And obviously he had researched the last time we played him last conference. So he did his work, his due diligence, and it paid off. It was really hard for us.
What's your plan?
None. We're back to practice. I think we're taking 2 days off, tomorrow and the day after, then we're back to practice, and then from there we're taking, I think, 4 on and 1 off, and then another 4 on and 1 off. But we didn't want to make this a long break where guys can take off and, you know, go visiting and, you know, travel. We want to keep them close to home and keep them focused on the game. You know, we'll take our break after the conference. This is not a time to take the break. It's a time to get better and get prepared for the rest of this conference. Because we had a short already break, I mean a short time to prepare coming into this conference. So, you know, we can't afford to take another long break right here. So we're going to keep at it for this whole 16 days I think we have between the games.
Coach, with Greg's ankle a while ago, was it just a sprain? Or?
They told me he could have come back into the game, so that's a good indication that it wasn't as bad as it might have looked. But I didn't want him hobbling down the last 2 minutes of the game, you know, coming up and down the floor. So I decided to just let him sit. And I almost brought him in one time for defense because it was after a timeout. But it turned out to be a 30-second timeout, and we couldn't get him into the game. So, and then by the time there was another timeout, it was 24 seconds left in the game, so it wasn't sensible to bring him in at that point. But I think he could have played if we really would have forced it. He could have played. But hopefully he'll be fine for the national team.
He was also shooting pretty well, all of them, Coach.
Yeah, Greg is talented. He is really, really skilled. He can shoot it from the perimeter. You know, we don't ask him to go out there. It's just not our style. Ask our 7-footer to go out and play on the perimeter. But I know Coach Yang does, and I think people will be surprised at how well he shoots out there. But you know, our system, you know, we want him closer to the basket, so we kind of don't let him do those kind of things. But he has the skills. I mean, he's actually one of our best shooters. Around 18, 20 feet, he is almost lights out.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay. All right. Have a good. You guys on break too?